Hello, everyone. This is Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are doing well today. Today is 222, which is one of my favorite angel numbers, which makes me want to make a video for you guys. So I decided to do my what I've been reading for the month of February. Now, before I start this video, I want to show you guys my new obsession. And this is for anybody that's obsessed with tumblers and Stanley cups. So, my sister-in-law sent me a picture of this cup from Facebook. And she said, "You have to get this. It reminds me of you so much." And when I got my first check, I just wanted to do something for myself because on Christmas, I just got other people things. So I just wanted to splurge a little bit, do something for myself. So I decided to buy it. And I am obsessed with this tumbler. It says, "Easily distracted by books." And it is gorgeous. It's got a handle, big handle. This cup is huge. I was not expecting how big this cup is. I think it's a 32-ounce cup. And it keeps things cold. I have not put anything warm in here yet because I know with warm drinks it can get really like residue and stuff on it. I'm very protective of this cup. So I've put only cold drinks in this cup. But I mean, it's just so pretty. And it's just so, what's the word I'm looking for? How she decorated it is just so original, so it's gorgeous. And she has, now this is not sponsored, okay, but I do want to tell you guys about her page on Facebook just in case you guys are interested. She does a lot more than just tumblers as well, and her prices are very, this one was a little bit more expensive, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't realize how big it was, but it was so worth it to me. Like, I mean, look how beautiful it is. But she sells tumblers, she sells anything really that she can personalize, and she can ship to any state. I don't know if she can ship outside the United States, but her Facebook name is Croc, KROCK 6106. And so she's always posting like sales. She's always posting what tumbler she has. And it was really easy to talk to her. Like, I actually messaged her personal Facebook, which is Kelsey, Kelsy, Rockwell, Rockwell. But, I mean, I'm absolutely obsessed. This little thing turns, so, like, I don't have to have the straw if I don't want to turn it and drink it like that, but I love having the straw. And I guess today was my lucky day because work started selling the zero sugar A&W cream soda. Now, A&W cream soda is one of my favorite drinks of all time, and I've been waiting for them to do a zero sugar because I don't drink regular soda anymore. And today they started selling the zero sugar, and I was so excited. If they could just make a code red Mountain Dew zero sugar, I'll be one happy girl. Did I tell you guys how long this cup keeps things cold? I'd say 2 to 3 days. Like, I had ice in here that I'd had in here for 2 days, and it was still not melted yet. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. So, let's get started on what I read for the month of February. I got my reading journal here. I did pretty good. I've read almost 9 books for the month of February. Okay, so, and I'm also going to look up the books on my Kindle so I can give you guys the synopsis. Give me 1 second. Okay. The first book that I read for the month of February, I started on January 29th and I finished it on February 3rd. I'm going to give you the synopsis first. One kiss lasts a moment, but 1,000 kisses can last a lifetime. One boy, one girl, a bond that is forged in an instant and cherished for a decade. A bond that neither time nor distance can break. A bond that will last forever, or so they believe. When 17-year-old Rune Christensen returns from his native Norway to the sleepy town of Blossom Grove, Georgia, where he befriended Poppy Litchfield as a child, he has just one thing on his mind. Why did the girl, who was one half of his soul, who promised to wait faithfully for his return, cut him off without a word of explanation? Rune's heart was broken 2 years ago when Poppy fell silent. When he discovers the truth, he finds that the greatest heartache is yet to come. Standalone young adult tearjerker romance for ages 14 and up. Now, this is my opinion. I want you guys to respect my opinion, just like I would respect anybody that's loved this book. Okay? No. I didn't like it. For one, I've heard the same story over and over. Like, I do have a favorite book that is around. I don't give any spoilers away. But you guys probably know what book I'm talking about if you've read 1,000. So the book is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tillie Cole. And you guys probably know what book I'm talking about that I love. I've read it 5 times. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and I love the movie too. But this book, it was cringy to me. It was so repetitive to me. It was 352 pages, and you guys saw almost DNF'd it. I was just so done with reading the same things over and over, and them talk about forever, always, you're my heart, you're my soul, you're this, that, and the other, and they're only 17. Like, I know people have, like, high school, they marry their high school sweethearts and stuff, but, like, they push so hard for, hold on one second. They push so hard this relationship between Rune and Poppy. They push so hard for us to fall in love with them the way they were falling in love with each other in the book. I cried one time in the beginning. In the beginning of the book, I did cry. But after that, I was like, is this book ever going to end? I gave it 3 stars, but I think that's being nice. I should have gave it 2 stars. Like, I am so glad that I read it first thing in February, because if I had read it, like, in the middle of February, it probably would have put me in a book slump to where I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to read any more books this month. I couldn't stand it. I'm sorry. I know it's all over TikTok and people love it, and they're like, oh my god, you'll cry your eyes out. But, no. I did not like it. I'm sorry, but I didn't. I mean, okay, so these are some of the quotes that I wrote down from the book. You are the missing piece of my heart, the one I've been searching for since the beginning of time. Love is not just a feeling, it's a promise to never let go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, can we go on to the next book, please? Okay. So, like, I want some way to read more books in this month. But I always told myself that I liked reading longer books. But this month, I I got on my Facebook the Reese Witherspoon Book Club page, and I said, is there a really good rom-com series I can read that's shorter? And somebody mentioned the Meet Cute series. And I'm so glad they did, because this is how I read 9 books this month. So, the first book in the series, and the second book that I read for the month of February, was The Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren. Sorry, excuse me. It had 101 pages. So all of these are like novellas. They're like short stories. I gave this one 4 stars. I thought it was super cute. I am a big fan of Christina Lauren because she wrote the series, or no, not the series, but the book, The Unhoneymooners. And that is my favorite rom-com of all time. Series. I'm trying to bring the series up so it's easier to look up when I want to read the synopsis for you guys. That is not the first one in this series. Hold on one second. Okay, so the first one in the series is called The Exception to the Rule. Okay, so this is a synopsis. On February 14th, an accidental email to a stranger opens the door to an unexpected relationship and a captivating short story by the New York Times bestselling author of The Unhoneymooners. One typo and a boy and a girl connect by chance. Wishing each other a happy Valentine's Day isn't the end. In fact, it becomes a friendly annual tradition with rules. No pics, no real names, nothing too personal. As years pass, the rules for their email dates are breaking, and they're sharing more than they imagined, including the urge to ask, what if we actually met? I just thought it was a cute book idea. Uh, I love the friendship between their names are C and T. You don't really get to find out their real names until the end of the book. But I gave it 4 stars. Um, I just thought it was a very original idea. It was a book like nothing I've ever read before, which I love that. I hate books that are written where you've read it before, you've read the same things over and over and over, like 1,000 Boy Kisses. Like this was nothing like that, and it was short, sweet, and to the point, and I loved it. I thought it was hilarious at times and heartwarming at other times. It was really good. I love Christina Lauren. I'd love to read more books by her. I really enjoy her writing. Okay, so the third book and the second in the Meet Cute series was Worst Wingman Ever by Abby Jimenez. This one only had 61 pages. They're falling in love, yet they've never met. Maybe fate can intervene in a heartwarming what-if short story about new beginnings by the New York Times bestselling author of Yours Truly. That's another one I want to read so bad. Holly is dealing with the impending death of her grandmother and still reeling from a bad breakup. One bright spot, a Valentine's Day card on a Holly's windshield, even if it wasn't meant for her. An amusing mistake soon turns into a lovely exchange of anonymous notes, little acts of kindness, and a growing affection between two strangers. What happens when one of them has to say goodbye? One of my favorite quotes from the book is, "That's the thing about kindness. You never know how big the ripple is, how one little selfless gesture can make all the difference for the person who receives it." It was cute. It was really cute. Okay. The third, okay, so, the fourth book that I read for the month of February and the third book in the Meet Cute series is, where is it? Hold on, give me a second. I got rid of all the books out of my library once I read them. Hold on. And there it is. Oh gosh, okay. So, the fourth book that I read for the month of February and the third book in the Meet Cute series was called Rosie and the Dreamboat. Now, the more I think about this one, the more I think it deserves 4 stars out of 5. This one was, I was a big fan of the male lead in this book. But the synopsis is, for a hopeful and a hopeless romantic, it's love at first sight, with a little twist. And a hilarious short story about finding Mr. Right by the USA Today bestselling author of The Hating Game. Rosie Whittaker and her sister are up for some Galentine's pampering at a day spa. Getting locked inside a flotation tank is so rosy. Enter a Firefire hero determined to pry the suckless pearl out of her high-tech shell. All Rosie has to go on is a dreamy voice and a flirty sense of humor. Remain calm, Rosie. This could be what you've been waiting for. Is this the man she's waited for her whole life? One of my favorite quotes is, "Stop. You did the best you could just like now. You didn't let it ruin you. You stayed funny and smart and kind. You survived. A lot of people don't take my word for it." And the male lead's name in the book was Leo, and I'm a big fan of Leo. It just sounds like something that like me and my niece or me and my best friend, like, I wouldn't say I had the worst luck, but I mean, she goes to the spa, she just wants to relax with her sister, and she gets stuck in this tank. It's completely dark, she's in water, she's freaking out, and then here comes Mr. Hotshot Firefighter guy, who makes it all better, and it's really freaking cute. I loved it. I thought it was really good. So that one was really good. And 1 second. Come on. Okay. So the fifth book that I read for the month of February, and the fourth book in the Meet Cute series was Drop Cover in a Hold On by Jasmine Golinary. This one I gave 3.5 stars. Oh, okay. Now that I look at the glow, I know. They were really cute, but they're kind of forgettable. So the synopsis for this one is, it takes nothing less than a fateful natural disaster to throw two opposites together in a ground-shakingly charming short story by the New York Times bestselling author of Drunk on Love. That's another thing, is each story is written by a different author, and I think that's really cool. This Valentine's Day, Daisy Murray has her heart set on binge-watching rom-coms. Instead, an earthquake traps her inside a bakery with its impossibly rude and insufferably handsome owner and head baker. They already have a history. She's always smiled, he's always scowled. Where better to finally get to know each other than amid the disaster? Then again, they have no choice. Besides, it could have its sweet, undeniable, and unpredictable perks. This one was in a bakery, like it says. An earthquake happens, they're stuck in this bakery together, and stuff happens. It's only 40 pages, so you find out pretty quickly what happens. But one of my favorite quotes, because the whole thing was hilarious, was, "You fell for me because I mentioned porn in the context of pastries." I thought that was really cute. So that one was cute. 3.5 stars for that one. Okay. The sixth book that I read for the month of February, and the fifth book in the Meet Cute series, was With Any Luck by Ashley Paulston. This one was only 43 pages. And the synopsis is: every person she kisses finds their true love, and it's never her. Until now, in this funny and magically romantic short story by the New York Times bestselling author of The Dead Romantics, Audrey Love is cursed to be the person before you find your soulmate, the girl you dump for your true life. So when her best friend disappears hours before his Valentine's Day wedding, Audrey fears that she did the unthinkable and kissed him at last night's bachelor party. With help from the best man, she retraces her steps to find the missing groom, and with any luck, a true love of her own. This one was cute, was as cute as others, though, but I still enjoyed it because it was shorter and it got to the point. And pretty much her best friend is a guy, but she's the best, like, man, whatever. And then his soon to be wife has a best friend guy. So, like, the guy is the maid of honor, and the girl is the best man. And I thought that was cute how they did that, but it was cute. It was cute. It was. I love little banter enemies to lovers type of story. Okay, the last. Okay, so the seventh book that I read for the month of February, and the sixth book in the Meet Cute series and last was Royal Valentine by Sarah Wilson. This one was my least favorite of all of them. I only gave it 2 stars because I told you guys I want to read something I've never read before. And I can tell you the synopsis, and you guys can be like, oh, isn't that, just wait. Valentine's Day becomes a Roman holiday for a princess in disguise, and a dismally romantic short story about making wishes come true by the USA Today bestselling author of The Chemistry of Love. Princess Illyria has headed up to her tiara with the paparazzi, her own wild reputation in the public eye. Trading places with her assistant, Illyria wants just one blissfully ordinary weekend. Then a handsome photographer with a sexy Scottish burr offers to be her guide. Sparks fly, but how long can they last? Illyria's secret has to come out, and it can ruin a perfectly serendipitous romance. This is like that movie with what's her face? Was it Vanessa Hudgens or was it Camelia? What's her face? You know, the Princess Switch, the Christmas movie. You remember that movie on Netflix? It was cute, and I wanted to finish the series, so I did finish it. It was, what's the word for it? You knew what was going to happen, pretty much. God, these damn trucks around here are so freaking loud, I swear. Okay, so, the 8th book, and probably going to be my favorite of this month, and one that I've seen. I had high expectations for this book because I've seen it all over TikTok, and I was like, please let this book be good. After reading A Thousand Boy Kisses, I was like, please, God, let this book be good. And this was my only 5-star read of the month of February. Like, there was literally nothing I did not like about this book. And it is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. From New York Times best-selling author Penelope Douglas comes the latest new adult romance. This is considered a dark romance. You know, we were perfect together until we met. Misha. I can't help but smile at the lyrics in her letter. She misses me. In 5th grade, my teacher set us up with a pen pals from a different school. Thinking I was a girl with a name like Misha, the other teacher paired me up with her student Ryan. My teacher, believing Ryan was a boy like me, agreed. It didn't take long. It didn't take long for us to figure out the mistake, and in no time at all, we were arguing about everything. The best takeout pizza, Android versus iPhone, whatever, whether or not Eminem is the greatest rapper ever. And that was the start. For the next 7 years, it was us. Her letters are always on black paper with silver writing. Sometimes there's 1 week or 3 a day, but I need them. She's the only one who keeps me on track, talks me down, and accepts everything I am. We only had 3 rules. No social media, no phone numbers, no pictures. We had a good thing going on. Why ruin it? Until I run across a photo of a girl online. Name's Ryan, loves Gallows Pizza, and worships her iPhone. What are the chances? F it. I need to meet her. I just don't expect to hate what I find. Ryan. He hasn't written in 3 months. Something's wrong. Did he die? Get arrested? Knowing Misha, neither would be a stretch. Without him around, I'm going crazy. I need to know someone is listening. It's my own fault. I should have gotten his phone number or picture or something. He could be gone forever. Or right under my nose, and I wouldn't even know it. Punk 57 is a standalone new adult romance. It is suitable for ages 18 and up. Oh man, this book. Okay, for one thing, it didn't center just around the relationship, friendship, enemies to lovers. Okay, it's an enemies to lovers book. Actually, it's friends, enemies to lovers. Uh, it doesn't just center around that relationship. Ryan, she makes it seem like she's this goody girl, you know. When she talks to him, she just, seems. But then he meets her, and she's like, she's the cheerleader. She's beautiful. She's stuck up. You know how some popular girls can be, like, just stuck up, like their shit don't stink type of thing. And him, I am a big fan of Misha, even though he goes by a different name in the book. So she doesn't know it's him type of thing. Whew, you guys, this book. There's some parts that actually made me cry. Like, going into it and reading some of the steamy scenes it has in this book, I was not expecting to cry. But I did. And this book was chef's kiss. I mean, I just realized this video is almost 35 minutes long. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys, like, I'm reading a book right now, and I'll include it on my next video. But I'll pretty much tell you guys what I'm reading. A lot of people told me that Rebecca Yarros is a very good author, so I'm reading. Excuse me, sorry. I'm reading The Things We Leave Unfinished, and I'm 45% into it. and it's good. Okay, it's good. I love the banter between the two main characters, but it's like everything I read now, I want like it's gonna be like Punk 57 against this book. Do I love this book as much as I love Punk 57? Because, oh gosh, I love Punk 57. I can imagine I need to get a physical copy of this book because I can imagine reading it over and over again. Like, that's how much I loved it. But The Things We Leave Unfinished is the book I'm reading right now. But, so, you guys know what my favorite book was of the month. Punk 57, Penelope Douglas. Oh, it's steamy. There were scenes in this book that gave me wicked butterflies. Like that feeling in your stomach that you get when there's like a love scene or like a steamy scene and you get those butterflies and you wish that you were the person uh, in the book that is getting this stuff done too, you know? Like I was like, damn. It was really good. It was, oh, one of my favorite quotes is, "The world isn't always what's right in front of you, you know? It's below, it's above, it's out there somewhere." Nisha he writes music, he's part of a band, and he writes all these lyrics, so it was really hard for me to pick out different quotes that I love because the whole book is just full of quotes that I absolutely adored. And oh, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know how the mic sounds. The Blue Yeti didn't work out. I had to send it back to Amazon because it's fucked up somehow, and I was really angry. But hopefully this mic is suitable for you guys. But so that is what I have read for the month of February. I love you guys. I will be talking to you soon.